They called him Fela, the heart of goodness. The boy who had stayed in his mother's womb for 2 long years. From the very day he was born, people whispered that he was not an ordinary child. As a baby, he barely cried. When other children wailed for food or warmth, Fela would simply gaze at the light above him, calm, as if he understood things beyond the world around him. By the time he could walk, strange things began to happen. If Fela laughed, the goats outside would bleat at once. If he frowned, the wind would rise suddenly and scatter dust through the yard. Some said the gods had touched him. Others whispered that part of him still belonged to the spirit world. But his mother, Nala, only smiled. She raised him with the same patience that had carried her through her impossible pregnancy. She taught him kindness, humility, and restraint. Walk gently in this world, my son, she would say. You are not like others, but your heart must remain soft. Fela grew fast, strong, tall, and quiet. He spent his days helping his father on the farm, learning the rhythm of the earth. And soon, something extraordinary began to happen. Where Fela's hands touched, the soil seemed to come alive. Yams grew bigger. Maize shone greener. Even during seasons when rain forgot to fall, his crops never withered. People came from far and near to see him. Farmers begged him to bless their seeds. They said, anything Fela touches will grow. But not everyone rejoiced. Some elders began to fear his gift. They whispered that no human should have such power. And when the harvest became richer than anyone had ever seen, a rumor spread that Fela had made a secret pact with the spirits. One morning, the village chief sent for him, just as his mother had once been summoned. At the shrine, the old priest looked into his eyes and asked, what power do you use to make the earth obey you? Fela bowed his head and answered softly, only the strength my mother gave me, and the kindness of the earth. The priest studied him for a long time. Then he said, the gods have marked you. But remember, your heart will decide if you bring blessing or curse. Years passed. Fela married and had children of his own. He traveled from town to town, teaching others how to care for the land. Wherever he went, crops flourished. He refused gifts of gold or power, choosing instead to live simply among his people. When his mother grew old, he built her a small hut by the river. A quiet place where she could rest and watch the water flow. Every evening, he came to sit beside her, just as she once sat under the great Iroko tree praying for him. In time, the villagers no longer feared Fela. They called him Fela the Blessed. To them, he was living proof that patience could bear fruit. That what waits longest often shines the brightest. And when Nala's time finally came, Fela buried her beneath the same Iroko tree where her tears had once fallen. He planted yams beside her grave, and every season, those yams grew taller, greener, and stronger than any others in the land. They said her spirit still watched over him, whispering through the leaves, reminding all who passed that true miracles take time, and faith never dies.